Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. I don't even know where to begin. I almost didn't feel like even talking about this just because it's like, what is there to talk about? You know, I had high hopes coming into this series against the Timberwolves. Despite our defensive deficiencies, lack of a big man, really, or post game, I was like, you know what? I like our chances just because we have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, right? Both guys can go off at any moment. And that hasn't been the case. Game one, let it slide. Game two, it was a wiping. Game three, same story. This time, Ant-Man reemerges and has a big game. This Phoenix Suns team was doomed from the very beginning of the season because of Bradley Beal, right? I mean, we finally get a decent game from Bradley Beal, but again, after the first quarter, the game was over, so some of these points was in garbage time, right? So I can't really look at the box score. You had to have seen the game. I mean, we were getting dominated after second quarter and on, and pretty much that was it. I mean, we scored more in the fourth than the Wolves, but the game was essentially over. The third quarter is what was done us in, and the third quarter has really been the story of this series, honestly. We keep the game close, and then the Timberwolves in the third quarter, they break us down, right? This is terrible for so many reasons. Just because, we barely played with Durant, Beal, and Booker, our core nucleus. Okay, Beal finally is healthy, and there just hasn't been enough playing time to implement something. Right. And part of that is also on Frank Vogel as well, too. Right. I mean, we got decent points from the bench. OK, but Bol gets only 7 minutes. I was a big advocate of putting Bol in the game just to see what you got. I'd prefer him to kind of get in the game in game two. See, right. He puts him in, yanks him out. Like, Frank Vogel is super airtight with his bench. He does not want to give some of these guys a shot for long minutes. Okay. Nurkic was useless tonight. Okay. I mean, we got 20 plus points from our three core guys. Still not enough. Okay. Before the series started, I said Durant and Booker are going to need to have between 25 and 28 points. And it's funny, they got that tonight, and that wasn't enough. Right. The Wolves are a good defensive team, and honestly, they're a better matchup against the Denver Nuggets than we don't deserve to play the Denver Nuggets. We matched up during the regular season. We matched up well against the Nuggets. I mean, we won 2 games against them this year. If we were playing the Nuggets, I like our chances, but styles make matchups. Is this the end of the Phoenix Suns era before it really began with Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Booker? Right? I mean, when I take a step back and look at this objectively, I mean, this team was kind of just thrown together, and Frank Vogel was handpicked to coach his team, and he is not qualified to coach his team. I know he won that championship with the Lakers, but that Lakers team with AD, LeBron, KCP, Caruso, Dwight Howard, great offensively, but also defensively, they're really good. And you get to coach LeBron James with a high IQ, guys who are going to commit to playing defense. It made Frank Vogel look good. Not the coach to coach his team, right? Because he is a defensive guy, okay? Not known for being an offensive tactician like some of these other coaches out there, a la Eric Spoelstra, right? For me, I'm not going to put it all on Frank Vogel, but he got to go. Kevin Durant, at this point, I don't blame him if he wants to leave. At the same time, I don't feel bad for him, though, because, you did want to get out of Brooklyn with the whole Kyrie and James Harden disaster. You finally get to come to Phoenix. Last year, you'd advanced to the second round. Promise for next season, not the case. Another wasted year for Kevin Durant, right? Kevin Durant is a little bit past his prime. He's 35. He'll be 36 next season. How much is left in the tank? Right? And his health holding up. Surprisingly, this season, Kevin Durant did not get banged up. He missed some games here and there, but he played the majority of the games. Okay? Bradley Beal, look at now, this contract is disastrous, right? I mean, he got his money while he's in Washington. We traded for him. We thought he'd be a dynamic playmaker for us, at least from the scoring, dynamic scorer and playmaker, even though playmaking is not his game. But again, that's on Frank Vogel. Someone has to run the point. If we don't have a point guard and we don't have a post game, all we're relying on jump shot. We can't rely on KD for post game nonstop, right? I mean, I feel like there could have been some adjustments on Frank Vogel's end to really implement, but you have a star-studded team like that. You don't want to ruffle any feathers, but damn all that, you're down 0-2. You gotta throw a wrench in there, do something to mix it up, and he just failed to do so. So Frank Vogel, not the guy. Gotta go. And Matt Ishbia came in, big money owner from real estate or whatever, comes into Arizona, makes a big splash, great on paper. Once again, these new owners come in, want to put their foot down, and try to come and make an impact. You did it on paper, but for this team to finish 6th, albeit injuries and all, and then to be on the verge of getting swept is absolutely shameful. So this season is a wash. I don't know what this team's going to look like. We got Grayson Allen's money. He gets banged up. He's done, right? He was good defensively for us, and he can get hot from 3. We didn't have that. Not to say we lost the series because we didn't have Grayson Allen, but, we're already thin constructively wise as is. This is the end result, man. What a travesty this season was. Plenty of blame to go around. This roster has to change at some point, whether we ship somebody out, if somebody trade offers, whatever. We got to get a point guard and we got to have a post game. It's that simple, right? The days of a jump shooting team winning a championship is no longer the case, man. Anyways, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.